If you're coming to Walt Disney World on a budget, this video is for you. Today I'm in Disney's Animal Kingdom to see how many snacks I could find for under $5. I think you guys are going to be surprised at just how many snacks you can find in Animal Kingdom for under $5. I know I was shocked. Now, I think this goes without saying, but obviously this is not an ideal foodie day here in Animal Kingdom. There are so many amazing things to eat in this park. But for the sake of our $5 per snack budget, these are just some of the things that you're going to be able to find here. I have mentioned this in a couple of videos before, but a lot of places in Animal Kingdom close really early before the park. A lot of the quick service restaurants, as well as the snack stands throughout the park, will close by like 3, 4:30, 5 o'clock. So make sure you're always checking the My Disney Experience app, searching the location and seeing what time some of the places you want to dine at are closing for the day. And our first stop on my list actually closes at 3 o'clock and we are nearing that time. So it's time to head over to the Smiling Crocodile. And we are going to pick up the chips and salsa here. Okay, so upon initial analysis, this honestly isn't a bad serving size of the chips and salsa. It is quite a few chips and not that much salsa. You only really get like this little tiny container of it, but you do get a good portion of the chips and then you get this, it looks like a green salsa. This portion of chips and salsa will run you $4.99, which yeah, for the serving size, it's not that bad. If you did have a little more money to spend though, over at the Smiling Crocodile, they have some really, really good tacos. I tried them not too long ago for the first time and couldn't believe how decent they really were. And I always go for the folded chips first. So let's go for a dip in the salsa. I mean, it's chips and salsa. It's really hard to screw up. Obviously these chips are just from a bag and this salsa is just from a jar. And honestly, I already used like half of the salsa after just one chip. So you're gonna really have to ration your salsa if you get this. In terms of taste, it's not that bad, but it is just chips and salsa. But if you're on a budget, I would say get this. While we are over here, I figured we'd stop at 8 Spoon Cafe next because they have something that I've got my eye on for under $5. I had thought I found a table to eat my mac and cheese at, but I was wrong. The birds took it over. If you've ever been to Animal Kingdom, you know, you gotta watch out for the birds. I see one lurking right to my side right now. The birds here are a different breed. They are so wild. It's probably because people feed them. If you come to Disney World, please do not feed the wild animals. Do not feed the squirrels. Do not feed the birds, the ducks, because then they just come to everyone else's table expecting food and annoying everyone else. So don't feed the wild animals, please. But let's get to this mac and cheese. It runs you $4.99. So this is a fantastic thing to get if you're on a budget here. The portion isn't big, but it's not extremely tiny. And for $4.99, you can get a decent sized portion of mac and cheese. Like, I would get this all the time, whether I'm on a budget or not, honestly. If you did want to splurge a little bit, they also have an option to add pulled pork to this mac and cheese. If you wanted to do that, they also have like a pulled pork jelly donut sandwich from 8 Spoons, which is, I've had it before, it was also pretty good. But today, we're just going the $4.99 mac and cheese. That's some good mac and cheese. I wish this was like true baked mac and cheese, where there were more like crispy like bits from the top being like broiled maybe a little. I got that one and maybe this is like the only other crispy bit left. That's like my favorite part of mac and cheese. I love when it bakes and the top gets all crispy and crusty. That part is so good. But either way, this is a fantastic mac and cheese. It's the same exact one that they serve over at Flame Tree Barbecue. They have a loaded pulled pork mac and cheese with onion rings, coleslaw, pulled pork, obviously this mac and cheese. And yeah, this is the exact same mac and cheese that they serve over there, just a smaller portion, a cheaper price. So you really can't go wrong with it. Also, they're using the corkscrew pasta here, which I love. I know there's been a very viral mac and cheese recipe on TikTok recently from Teeny, and if you guys follow her, I don't know if you do, but even if you don't follow her, you've probably seen this mac and cheese recipe. But she champions for the cavatappi pasta noodle in mac and cheese, and I gotta say, I agree with her. I love a good cavatappi corkscrew pasta in mac and cheese. I think it works perfectly. I did have to finish that mac and cheese quick because it's almost 3 o'clock and our next stop actually closes right at 3, so we gotta hustle over there. We have made it to Terra Treats just on time, and honestly, this is becoming one of my favorite snack stands in Animal Kingdom here. They have a bunch of good stuff, some really good slices of pizza, but today we're not here for the pizza. We are here for something else that's under $5. Well, we have gotten our chocolate chip cookie from Terra Treats. This one costs $3.99. So for a cookie, it's a pretty average price here. I took it out of the package, and let me tell you, this cookie looks pretty damn good. And I hate to admit it, but this cookie actually looks better than the cookies that they serve over at Summer House. Don't shoot the messenger. Let's break this baby in half and try it out. I hate to say it, but not only does it look better than the cookies from Summer House, it actually also tastes better than the cookies from Summer House. This cookie is at least better than the sea salt chocolate cookie that I tried. If you haven't seen it yet, I just did a cookie taste test video in Disney Springs. I tried the Gideon's cookies, and then I went over to Summer House and did a side-by-side comparison. Wasn't a big fan of the Summer House ones, and yeah, I mean, this is just a classic chocolate chip cookie. Is it anything special? Would I ever get it if I wasn't trying to save money or something and I just needed something sweet quick? Probably not. But it's really not that bad. The flavor is really good. Good amount of chocolate chips in there as well. Kind of like it. I do wish the outside of this cookie was like a little bit crispier. It is a little too thick. I prefer like a thin, crispy cookie. The only exception to that is Gideon's. I love Gideon's cookies, and a lot of people are in the comments of my last video saying like, Gideon's aren't cookies. So what are they? I mean, it's a cookie. It's a different kind of cookie. But that's how they're meant to be, and I really enjoy Gideon's cookies. I know they're not for everyone, but I love that like almost cookie dough underbaked center. And if it's not going to be like Gideon's, I want it to be thin and crispy. So this is not far off, not quite there, but again, only $3.99. It's not that bad. Before we get our next snack, I had a thought. There's a merchandise store over here in Africa that sometimes will have some pretty good merchandise. So you guys know I've been on the hunt for that black Mickey crew neck. We're gonna check again later at the front of the park. Well, let's see if they have it here in Africa. I'm seeing a lot of Lion King, a lot of animal print stuff, but unfortunately, no Mickey crew neck. All right. No luck. But hopefully, at the end of the day, we'll be able to find it. And while we're in here, there's also like a sweet shop here, and they have something that I wanted to get for under $5. So I think that's going to be our next place we're heading. And I am talking about Zuri's sweet shop, of course. This is like Animal Kingdom's like confectionery, like the Magic Kingdom has a confectionery. This is Animal Kingdom's version of that. And I think they're going to have a couple of things that are under $5 here, but I have my eye on one specific thing. We did have a couple of options. I believe there was a cookie that I could have gotten and maybe one other thing. And then what I actually got, the peanut butter haystack, something I've actually never tried before. This peanut butter haystack is what looks to be like potato sticks brought together by peanut butter. I'm not really too sure, honestly. Maybe it'll be like a peanut butter Rice Krispie treat. It's kind of what it looks like. Let's see how it tastes though. Oh. That's really good. I think it is potato sticks. What would make this even better is like a drizzle of dark chocolate, maybe a touch of sea salt on top. But even without it, it's pretty good. I'm almost positive I'm right though. It's potato sticks and then a bunch of peanut butter. It is very much peanut butter overload, so I think some chocolate would certainly help. But yeah, I actually think this is really good. It is a lot though. Like I feel like I could not eat more than a couple of bites of this because it's a lot. It is a lot of peanut butter, that's for sure. If you did want to spend a little bit more than $5, there are a ton of options inside of Zuri's for you. Cupcakes, fudge, marshmallow wands, cake pops, so many different things. This just happened to be one of the things that I wanted to try the most that was under $5. Well, we're about to head out to get our next snack, but I just want to say I love doing videos like this because it gets me like trying things that I've never tried before. So far, we've had a couple of things I've never tried that I actually really enjoy, and I know there's going to be a couple more on this list here that I've made that I've never tried before, and I think I'm going to enjoy them too. Also, while we're here, I did want to point out, you guys might have noticed already, but I got a new camera. I got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and this is actually my first time even testing it out. I was not planning on bringing it to film on today. I wanted to like kind of film a little video at home and test it out, see how it works. But it came in early, right before I was gonna come to Animal Kingdom. So I was like, you know what? What better time to test out the new cam than on this video here? So yeah, testing out the new camera. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully like the quality is better. I don't know, it has a little microphone right there. Feel fancy, I don't know. So let me know if you could tell the difference. I don't know, I'm still getting used to it, so like bear with me. Speaking of my new camera, what I was actually planning on doing was filming a cooking video at home and to like test this out and then putting it up on my Patreon. That was my original plan, but then it came in early. I'm still gonna do it though. So make sure you head over to my Patreon if you're not already subscribed. The link is gonna be down below in the description. And if you join, I don't know, you might just see a cooking video from me very soon. I know that has been very highly requested. But yeah, I still don't know what I'm gonna cook, so we'll figure that out together, I guess. Okay, now let's go get our next snack for under $5. We have made our way to Kusafiri, where we are gonna be getting a little side of something that I really like. Oh man, and I was looking at the menu. I found what I wanted, the seasoned house-made chips, but then I saw that coconut flavored iced coffee, which I've had before and I love, but I didn't realize it was under $5. So I think I have to get that too. I just couldn't pass up that iced coffee. I came to Animal Kingdom a couple months ago because they released a bunch of new menu items, new foods, and they also released this coconut iced coffee. And honestly, I think every time I've been to Animal Kingdom since they released this iced coffee, I have gotten it. I love it. I think it's so good. It's a perfect blend of like sweetness with the coconut. Really good iced coffee. But first up, we're gonna try these seasoned house-made chips. These will only cost you $3.49. Let's grab one and take a bite. I'm actually not sure if there's any seasoning on these chips. I'm not seeing any today. They're still really good, like house-made kettle chips, but they're missing that seasoning. Maybe when you get the side, they don't put the seasoning on there. I'm not sure. Let's try another one. I just picked this one up and I noticed this does have seasoning on it. So maybe it was just the one chip that like missed the seasoning. There we go. That chip definitely had that seasoning I know and love on there. I don't really know how to describe it, other than it tastes like the African spice corn. I believe it's bearberry seasoning. Over in Disneyland, they have bearberry popcorn. It's an African spice, and it is just such a warm spice, so warm and tasty. I genuinely do not know how to describe the taste other than African spice. But yeah, it's a really awesome seasoning, and I'm pretty sure they use the bearberry seasoning in the mix for the corn and these chips as well. My mom actually ordered me some of that seasoning on Amazon for Christmas, so I can make my own popcorn at home, put that seasoning on there. But yeah, I just love that bearberry seasoning, and it seems like they in fact do put them on the side of chips here. This is definitely another thing that for the price, I think they give you a really good amount. This was only $3.49, and this is too big of a side of chips to eat by yourself. Easily you can share this, and I think it's a really good snack here if you don't want to get the full sandwich, although I do think the full pita sandwiches from over there are really good. Just these chips by themselves are awesome also. But enough of the chips, we still have to get a sip of this coconut iced coffee. I'm gonna give it like a little stir there, make sure we incorporate everything. It's just right. Really the perfect amount of sweetness in there, and just the right amount of coconut flavor. I'm telling you guys, I don't even like coconut that much. Like I would never like go out of my way to order coconut flavored something. But this cold brew, this is just really good. They also serve this with alcohol. That's an option that you can do add on there. But this was just a perfect pick-me-up, the perfect surprise pick-me-up that I didn't know I needed because I didn't even know it was under $5. Over on the West Coast, they have a ton of specialty cold brew offerings in both Disneyland and DCA, and we really don't get any here at Disney World. So I'm very happy that we do have this new one. Hopefully they start to bring out more, and hopefully they kind of like change it up. I don't know, I'd like to see like seasonal cold brew flavors. I think that'd be really awesome. Over in DCA, they had a Witch of Westview cold brew. It was kind of like marshmallowy. They also had a cookies and cream one over in Avengers Campus at one point too. They're all really good, so maybe we could get some more over here in Disney World. I wish I was able to include the African spiced corn on this list that you could get here from right outside of Safaris. However, they took away the grills, so they're no longer grilling it fresh. And it's like just above $5, so it just missed our mark. Another snack that you might be thinking that you could get for under $5 might be popcorn, but you'd be wrong. It's actually a little bit more than $5. For just a container, a single serving of the popcorn here, that'll cost you $5.19. And while it's really good and just a little bit over $5, it's not under $5, so it doesn't count for this video. But yeah, a thing of popcorn, $5.19. Now they do still sell the buckets, of course, where if you wanted to buy a bucket at the beginning of your trip, then you could refill it throughout your trip. I believe refills are somewhere around the $2 range. So if I had a bucket with me, then it'd count under $5, but not for me today. Well, I've been coming into Pizzafari our last couple of trips here to Animal Kingdom to get some stuff, and I don't mind it because the old school vibes that this restaurant gives me are truly unmatched. Well, here we have the antipasto salad from Pizzafari, $4.79, and it looks like it's actually loaded with some pretty good stuff. It doesn't say on the menu what's actually in this, but from observation, it's looking like some tomatoes, some olives, some roasted red peppers, cucumber, artichokes, and like a vinaigrette. It looks really good. Let's grab a bite here. I want to try and get some of that mozzarella. There's actually quite a bit of mozzarella in here. I'm kind of surprised. I got a tomato, cucumber, mozzarella. That's pretty good. There's also pepperoni in here. I forgot that an antipasto salad should probably have some meat. There is in fact pepperoni in here. Not a lot. It's mostly veggies and the mozzarella, but I am not mad at this. Not only is this pretty delicious, it's probably the healthiest thing that we will find today. I'm really actually enjoying this. The flavor of the vinaigrette is nice. All those fresh veggies mixed in there. There could be a little bit more meat, but hey, for under $5, not a bad snack if you're looking for something healthier. Well, Pizzafari has officially made up for the turkey pasta. I will forgive them now. The antipasto salad is something I'd get again, actually. Nomad Lounge, I'm sorry I am passing on you today, but I'll be back for you soon. We're actually going to head into Pandora for our next stop. They definitely don't have anything for under $5 at the Nomad Lounge, unfortunately. The snack that we're getting from here in Pandora is actually from Pongu Pongu, and you'll notice there are actually two lines at this place, and one line usually is very long, and then the other line usually has no one in it. So we're going to go to the one with one party waiting, opposed to 4 parties waiting. We have got the Pongu Lumpia from Pongu Pongu. It's a pineapple cream cheese spring roll for $3.79. It has been quite a long while since I've had one of these. It's not really my favorite thing to snack on, mainly because like I don't like big globs of cream cheese, and this is like very cream cheese heavy. I mean, it's like sweet cream cheese with that pineapple in there, but still, I don't know. There's just something about like a big glob of cream cheese that I don't love. I will also say, upon like touching this, it's not very crispy, like especially the bottom there. It's very, very soggy. I feel like it should be a little bit crispier, but let's see how it tastes. I want to get another bite because I feel like I got mainly pineapple in that one. It's definitely not as bad as I remembered. I do like that pineapple in there. Could surely be a lot crispier. Maybe they don't stuff it with as much cream cheese as they used to. Still not something I'd ever like go out of my way to get. But it's really awesome when they have these like fully like very well themed snacks for under $5. So I'm always happy when I get one. And I'm surprised that there is something under $5 here in Pandora. But yeah, you could get yourself a Pongu Lumpia. If you like pineapple and cream cheese, you'll really enjoy this. Well guys, after that Lumpia, we only have one stop left on our list to hit, so we're gonna head over to Flame Tree Barbecue. Look at this view. I got my food at Flame Tree Barbecue, came down here to the seating area, and I always recommend you going like behind the restaurant. There's always way less people, and you can take in views like this with Everest right behind you while you're eating some barbecue. Flame Tree Barbecue actually has a couple of things that are under $5, French fries, some graham crackers, a Cuties mandarin, and then the two things that I got, a onion ring basket as well as a slice of cornbread. These battered onion rings are a huge portion and ring up at $4.99. I think they might have changed these onion rings around. They always used to be like panko breaded in the past, and now they're more of like a beer battered onion ring. I think the panko ones used to be fantastic, so I'm not sure why they switched up, but I hope they're as good as the panko ones. I mean, they're good. They're just like your standard beer battered onion ring. They're really good, actually. But they're not as good as those panko ones. The panko ones were delicious. They were so crispy, and the seasoning on the breadcrumbs was excellent. I think I prefer them, but these are still good and under $5. Also, they gave me some sides of barbecue sauce, I guess to dip my onion rings in, which I'm definitely gonna do. But who remembers when Flame Tree used to have like 2 or 3 different flavors of barbecue sauce? They had like a spicy one, a sweet one, and a traditional one. I don't know, now they just give you Ken's Steakhouse barbecue sauce, so that's kind of disappointing. Well, Ken, let's see if you could whip up a good barbecue sauce. I like Ken's balsamic dressing. It's fine. Pretty standard barbecue. Oh no, guys, I feel some rain incoming for sure. So we got to get to this cornbread here. Slice of cornbread from Flame Tree Barbecue will run you $2.50, and you will not see it on the menu if you just go on the app. Or go in person. You actually have to like go to place a mobile order and you'll see it. You'll be able to add it to your cart. I'm sure you could probably also order it in person, but it's just not on the menu. At least I don't think so. I never order in person, so I wouldn't know. I only mobile order at places like this. But let's take a bite of this cornbread. I love me some cornbread. This is a very nice, moist cornbread. Some peppers in there, which add a really good flavor. And I also think it's a huge piece for $2.50. I call this a bargain. Well, guys, cornbread was our last thing that we were eating today. And by the way, we got 10 snacks in Animal Kingdom for under $5. And not just like any like basic snack either. Like some of these items were pretty unique and like really good and a great value. Like even these onion rings, I'm gonna eat another right here. These are really good, especially for under $5. Well, guys, even though the food is done, this video ain't over yet. If you've been watching the last couple of videos, you know I'm on the hunt for the Black Mickey crew neck. We looked for it earlier today and said I was gonna hit up the stores in the front of the park on my way out. And me and Mr. Gorilla here are on our way out. So you know what it's time for. Let's see, they're not gonna have it. At this point, I've given up hope. The moment of truth. I see him back here. Goofy, small and extra small. Donald, small and extra small. Uh-oh. I think we are out of luck again. Well, another day, another budget video. I really hope these videos are like helpful for you guys that are coming on vacation and stuff and looking to save a few bucks. There are certainly ways to do that in the parks. Looking for the cheaper snack options and foods are certainly one of them. Kids meals are another one. Maybe I'll do a kids meal video soon, but I hope these videos are helpful to you guys. I want to give a shout out to some Patreon subscribers: Michael, Emily, Mulligan, Lindsay, Ashley, Misty, Paul, Lisa, Barbara, Angela, Dustin and Nancy, John Paul, Leah, Tracy, Armando, the Latham Thomas family, Adam and Jen, Wayne, Carol, Karis, Marie, Dante, Shelby, Daniela, Marcel, Erica, Linda, Mike, Christina, Brittany, the Cal Canes family, Chelsea, Pickle, Travis, Catherine, Ethan, Tori, Ann, and Steven. Thank you guys so much. And if anyone wants to leave a comment and let me know how you save money when you're coming to the Disney parks, that would be awesome. Maybe some other viewers of the channel can read some of those comments if they're looking to save some money and get some other ideas that I haven't thought of yet. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.